Welcome to PALCS video series Winging It.
My name is Sarah.
And I'm Zealand.
And we're sitting down with PALCS staff, students, and alumni to learn more from and about the PALCS community.
And we're here to answer your questions, provide you with fun announcements, and dig deeper with the people that make PALCS possible.
Let's get into it.
Hello, how are you both?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us today. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm so happy you invited me. I'm really honored.
So, Amehja, what is going on? What brings you to us today? Give me a little piece of your life.
I guess the reason why I'm here is to meet you both and to talk about the Wiedner University Leadership Award I recently won. It's just so cool to be here because I watched the podcast and it's so cool. Like, I'm so glad PALCS has this now.
Awesome. We love to hear that. So tell us a little bit about this award.
Yes, so Mrs. DeJoseph nominated me, and a few months later, I found out that I won. So Wiedner University partnered with NBC 10 for the awards, and they basically want to recognize students in the local area who have demonstrated leadership and service. And the winners are awarded a $20,000 scholarship over 4 years if they choose to enroll at Wiedner University. And they're also granted membership in the Applebee's Scholars Program, which is a leadership program. And they also get a certificate out of that as well.
That is
okay.
So cool.
That's amazing. So how do you demonstrate leadership and academic excellence?
Well, I think mainly my extracurriculars played a huge role in it. I think mainly what they were looking for was being able to bring people together to accomplish a common goal. And I always have fun with that. I really love all the clubs I'm in. I'm in student government, and I'm also just recently discovered the USP Bex Robotics Club, which is really fun. And I am also a member of the debate club. I founded S.T.E.M Society with the help of Ms. Dawson, Ms. Anderson, and just I wanted to create a community for students to creatively express themselves in the pursuit of technological innovation. So I think that having that space and student activity available is really important. So shout out to S.T.E.M Society. We meet on Thursdays at 12.
Nice.
So I think, especially in student government, now that I was selected to be the vice chair of the advertising committee by my press secretary and Mrs. DeJoseph, who's the club advisor, there was a lot of responsibility with that. So, for example, making agendas, working together to plan events. And with the robotics club, I participate remotely. So I'm responsible for a lot of the programming of the robot, including the driver control and the autonomous functionalities. But with robotics, it's a really huge team effort. I gotta say, there's times when it's where there's a lot of uncertainty and you don't know where you're gonna go, but we always just work together to get through those challenges. And I think that's an important aspect of leadership as well.
Awesome. Is coding something that you learned at PALCS in one of your classes, or is that something you've always been interested in?
Coding's definitely been something I've always been interested in since a very young age. My dad likes to build computers, so it's one of my first memories was sitting at a kiddie table with a huge desktop computer, and sorry, that's a lot of background noise. But this huge desktop computer, and he's managing it or maintaining it and cleaning it out and stuff. So I was definitely exposed to computing and technology at a very young age, thanks to my dad. And from there, I started exploring coding through Code Academy and Khan Academy, just watching different videos. I think it was in 9th grade when I started exploring video game development. And so that's another just like creative outlet that STEM has. I feel like a lot of people think that STEM is just like math and science, but it's so creative. Like anything that you could think of, it's in the STEM category, like art, writing, music. And that's why another reason why I really love programming and coding.
So tell me a little bit more. You said STEM is so much more than just math and science. So are you talking specifically for yourself about how coding applies to it, or do you do other things within the different STEM areas that you're drawn towards?
I feel like it's a lot of different like interdisciplinary skills and activities. So like I said, with music, there's audio engineering, and then there's also like art and graphic design, which is something I really love, and that's why I also really have fun in the advertising committee. And with writing, there's just so much you can do with writing. I feel like a lot of literature influences not just art, but also our society, including technology and science. So really, it just there's so many ripple effects with different activities and fields that it all just integrates with STEAM so well.
Awesome.
That's awesome. So what grade are you in?
I'm in 11th grade.
11th grade. That's a beautiful grade to be in. So you're going to be with us at PALCS for a whole nother year, right?
Yep.
And what do you plan on doing or looking forward to in school year 2021, 2022 that you think will either get you ready for college or get you excited about exploring different avenues? Or do you think you're hooked on Wiedner? Like, what's your plan?
Well, I think what I'm really looking forward to senior year is, it might sound crazy, but college applications.
Yeah.
Because it's like there's all this prep and build up to it, like in 9th, 10th, and 11th grade. It's like I'm ready and prepared to see what it's like. Another thing that I'm really looking forward to is picking classes as well. I'm always excited to start new classes, and like the end of the year rush to like fill out that survey for your classes. It's always exciting. So I'm definitely looking forward to having the same teachers again, because I'm blessed to have these amazing teachers and get to have them throughout the years. So I'm really looking forward to that as well. I think just being able to deepen or find more depth in my hobbies and clubs is something I'm looking forward to as well, especially with robotics and STEAM Society and student government.
Awesome.
Cool.
So is this your first year with us as 11th grader, or were you here prior?
My first year at PALCS was for 10th grade. I'd been going to cyber school since kindergarten, and I'd been going to the same cyber school for years. But my last school, as I transitioned into high school, the formattings wasn't for me. So I decided to start looking for alternative options, and that's when I found PALCS. So once I found the PALCS website, I was already hooked. So yeah, it's like awesome decision to come here over the summer, and orientation was really cool because I'd never had an orientation before. So that was like, it was like in person and everything, which was entirely new experience because most things are cyber. But that was really cool, and just meeting everyone and finally having the first day of school with onboarding, which was really different. Everything was so different and everything was so exciting. And then we just dove right into the curriculum, and it was amazing. From the minute I started reading and doing homework and things, it was incredible.
Awesome. You did mention having some of your teachers over again. Are there any teachers that you'd kind of like to give a shout out to, or any teachers that have been really memorable since you've been with PALCS?
Absolutely. I feel like we might be here for another hour or so if I list all of the incredible teachers at PALCS. But Mr. Flagler is awesome. Mrs. Perez, Mrs. Anderson, Mr. Pettit I had last year for English, Mrs. DeShiulo for Algebra 2, Mrs. Joseph again. She's so fun to work with. Definitely my pre-calculus teacher, Mr. Somar. There's so many.
I was going to say, I can barely remember my last name. I'm very impressed that you can list off your teachers like that.
If I didn't mention anyone, you're always there for me, and I really love your class, and if I listed all of them, it would just take way too long. So,
do you have plans on maybe attending Widener, or is that something that you've been thinking about recently?
Yeah, that's a really good question because it's kind of weird. Well, I felt like Widener's been calling to me since like last September because like I see the commercials. I know Widener was having like a robotics event, and it's like really like the universe is telling me go to Widener. It's like what is this? Like all these coincidences leading to Widener, and so it's definitely on my college list, and I'm really excited for the future, especially like exploring their programs, different course offerings. So it's definitely on my list.
Awesome. And do you have a plan for maybe what you are looking for as like a career-wise, or what you feel like pursuing in college? Do you know kind of what direction you want to take?
Yeah, so the robotics club recently revealed to me my interest in robotics engineering, and I've also been curious about electrical engineering for a while. So I sort of want to study a combination of that, like a computer science and engineering track, especially in regards to electrical engineering and maybe aerospace engineering, because my ultimate dream job ever is to be an astronaut. So I feel like it would be super cool to study that.
Awesome. That is so cool.
That sounds amazing. And you sound so well equipped to just be on that journey and explore those things. And I love that your interests are both so varied and so focused, and you love new things, which I think is something that terrifies a lot of people. So being interested and excited about new things can only make it easier for you to really pursue that journey.
Thank you. That's so sweet.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, Amehja. This has been really eye-opening to see like what a brilliant young star you are becoming and have become and are just on this pathway to greatness. It's been really wonderful to talk to you.
Thank you so much. This was so much fun. And just whenever, if there's anything STEAM related, just send me an email. I'll help with whatever, initiative we got going on.
Thank you so much, Amehja.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me. It was awesome.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. She is like such a bright light of just enthusiasm and motivation, and just like I think everything, I'm not a teacher, but everything I feel like a teacher would want, she's just like there for the taking.
Yeah, she's awesome. I never had her in class, but she's awesome.
Yeah.
So can you just tell us a little bit about the award and why you nominated her for it?
Yeah, so Mr. Logue sent out an email for the Wiedner University Leadership Award. So I was trying to go through all the kids that I've worked with in extracurriculars and in classes from like last year to this year. And Amehja has consistently been a part of debate and student government. So she runs for office for student government. Even if she doesn't win the election, she still participates like 100%. She comes to like every meeting. When she shows up, she unmics herself. She's got her camera on. She says hi to everybody. She's always super positive about everybody's ideas. And then if another student proposes an idea that wasn't hers, she will still participate to support that student. So as far as being a leader, she's got all the underlying foundational skills. She's got time management. She speaks clearly. She speaks with affirmation. She encourages other people. But then she has, and I don't think she realizes it, this natural ability to encourage people by also participating in activities that they think of, which is a big part of building collaboration and building leadership. Because if you want people to show up for your events, you have to show an interest in theirs too. And she just does that constantly.
That's so awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.